مولانا أبي القاسم محمد اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد وعلى آله الطيبين الطاهرين المعصومين المنتجبين. أما بعد، فقد قال الله سبحانه تبارك وتعالى في كتابه الكريم وقوله الحق: بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. وهو الذي خلق من الماء بشرا فجعله نسبا وصهرا وكان ربك قديرا. آمنا بالله، صدق الله العلي العظيم. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقه قولي. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد. إن الله وملائكته يصلون على النبي يا أيها الذين آمنوا صلوا عليه وسلموا تسليما. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد. Respected scholars, my elders, my brothers, my mothers and my sisters, Assalamu alaikum jami'an wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Alhamdulillah, gradually we're now coming to the end of the series. We've tried to touch every aspect of marriage in terms of family life, in terms of building a compassionate family with duties from all sides, duties of parents, duties of the wives, of the husband, duties of the family as a whole. In these 2 nights, tonight and tomorrow, inshallah, we would like to capture those points that have been left behind, especially how we as parents, grandparents, look at these marriages and what is our role in it. Plus, tonight I want to touch a little bit of the importance of parents, because this is a complete unit of a family, and it would be unfair if we leave out a little bit of the status and respect of parents, considering where we are heading to and taking this compassionate family to. Sallu ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. Once a marriage takes place, we always think that it's the man and the woman, or the boy and the girl are united. Nah, it is not the boy and the girl. Even when announcements are made by the Mukhi, he would give congratulations not to the boy and the girl alone, but to 2 families. That these 2 families are now united on this marriage. They are single units, they are their families on their own, a family on its own, but because of this marriage, because of this nikah, these 2 families unite into one large family. Both because of this unity, or because of this union between 2 families, both the bride and the groom will now have 2 sets of parents. It is not only my father and my mother, it is also my father-in-law and my mother-in-law, who is now my father and my mother. And the situation in our society has become a little bit delicate when normally our in-laws expect much more from us than would normally do, because we are the son-in-laws, because we are daughter-in-laws. They expect a lot from us. So we tend to be more respectful to our in-laws than to our own parents. Due to this sensitivity, we try and fit in this sensitivity, we try and look after it, so that our in-laws do not feel that they are left out. Yes, these relationships with the in-laws are natural. These are real. Even if we are not told about respecting the in-laws and the importance of this respect, still these relationships are totally natural and real. They will come to place whether we like it or not. Our forefathers were very wise. Whenever our forefathers got their daughters married, or brought in a daughter-in-law, they always had a system in their minds that these daughters that we are bringing up, these are guests in our house. These are amanat. These are trusts. So the way they would bring up these daughters, they would never have their minds on their daughters that these daughters are going to remain with us. No. For them, these daughters are only with us, probably in those days was 14 years, 15 years, and the girls get married. Nowadays, even 24, 25, 26, we are still on the profiles. We're still hunting for the best match. And they go up to 30. Unfortunately, many of our girls sit down, wait. Haji match nati melo, haji match nati melo. Haji probably empire ni wat juai che, haji toast thai, haji match talu thai. So it goes on, matchmaking profiles. And our girls remain unmarried even up to the time they reach 30. Our forefathers had that wisdom, they had that vision. They would ensure they keep the daughters for such a period of time because they know these daughters are going to go away. As soon as the first proposal comes, they don't even wait for the second or third proposal. Yallah. Most of the times, first proposal is a jackpot. And they let the girls go. They don't wait for the second and the third. Yes, probably at times it happens. Majority of the times, first proposal and the girl is gone. Some other times, yes, they wait for the second and the third and the fourth proposal, and that is when the girls go beyond the marriage age. They always think, these daughters are not mine. These daughters are someone else's property. And so, what they do, they give their daughters their full love. They train them. They teach them to become worthy wives, to become worthy daughters-in-law. They give them everything. Because they know that the Holy Prophet Muhammad Mustafa sallallahu alayhi wa alihi wasallam has mentioned this hadith, and this hadith is engraved in their minds. Do not hate daughters. Do not hate your girls, for they are the sources of delight and they are the valuable ones. They are the ones who are going to bring you the generation. Today, the Holy Prophet Muhammad Mustafa sallallahu alayhi wa alihi wasallam is known across the globe until the day of judgment through his daughter Fatima Zahra salamullahi alayha. It is not through the son, through that daughter. The daughter that was the blessing from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, for whom the Prophet used to call Umme Abiha. And the same daughter that Imam Ali alayhi salam gets from Janabe Fatima, he names her Zainab, my adornment. Adornment for me. So these are daughters, these are special because they are the apples of our eye, apples of the eye for the fathers. But the question that we want to pose tonight, do we do justice? Justice, are our daughters only special? Our daughters-in-law are not special? Aren't they daughters also? They were not daughters of somebody else? They have come to their homes. Don't you think they deserve that love? That same justice that you give that much love to your own daughter, can't we give, or shouldn't we give equal, if not equal, at least, or if not more, at least equal love the way we love our daughters? In fact, that should be the case because our forefathers never took daughters-in-law as daughters-in-law. They took daughters-in-law as our own daughters. The same love, or even more than that, should be given to the daughters-in-law because now they are going to be the apple of our eyes. Our daughters, whatever we want to give them, the love, the respect, the honor, they are going to go and become apple of the eyes of her house, not our house. But remember one thing, if we give our daughters-in-law the respect, the love, the honor, the status, they become extremely loyal. They become extremely loyal and they build their confidence and they return back this favor million times. Because these daughters-in-law, they forget their parents. They feel our parents are these parents now. Why? Because of that love of that respect that we have accorded to our children. This is where we parents play a very, very important role in ensuring that the marriages of our children survive and they are happy in their marriages. We play a pivotal role. It is not that they are going to marry and that's it. No, we play a very fundamental role in ensuring our children remain united. Sallu ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. For a wife, for a girl, it is natural that for her, the love and the respect of the husband means the whole world. Fine. Nobody argues about that. But it is not the only thing that she wants. That is not the end of the world for her. For her, she needs that acceptance and recognition of the parents of my husband. If we do not accept her, if we do not recognize her as part and parcel of our family, even if the husband gives her the whole world, she will still remain a broken wife. For her, she will feel, if not a failure, then she will feel she is as good as nothing. Because if your parents have not accepted me, what is the point of me getting married to your family? You have given me everything. In return, what have I got? Or as a consequence of marrying you, what have I got from your parents? Her own parents and siblings, if they are not respected in the in-laws, she goes to this husband's house, and if the husband's parents do not respect that girl's siblings or the girl's parents, where will she gain that self-confidence? Where will she have that confidence that motivates her to love and respect us in return? She will not return. She will definitely retaliate. She will definitely, if not retaliate, be indifferent to us. The more love we give, the more she returns back. The best way for us to love her more is to love her siblings, to love her parents. See where the divide that we are creating. For us, our children are first. Our daughters-in-laws and son-in-laws come second. We always give preference to our children. This is one of the major causes that breaks marriages ultimately. Because finally, dil khatu thei jai. Olo man na hoy ekbija vaste. Olo dil na ho to ekbija vaste. Because we've already created that. We've created somebody that, okay, my son loves you. You know, you are an unwanted member of this family. Now, that is the eye, or that is the look, or that is the welcome, or that is the reception they gets from that family. What happens to her? She is shattered. She is broken into pieces. Even if the husband loves her, even if the husband tells her, Baba, ho chhone, tu yaad hi nahi kar, ho chhone, it doesn't work. She needs recognition. She needs that respect from everybody, like we all do. We could be respected by a family if the whole society rejects us. How do we feel? You know, we don't want to come out probably. We don't want to come to that society. Similarly, she probably would not want to come out from the four walls. She would rather stay in the four walls. Coming out of the four walls and she doesn't get respect, she is totally shattered. How many cases we hear of our sons who are forced to separate from us after marriage because of this? Not only separate, they even cut off from us. They go away from us, they cut off because the son gets tired. How much more is this going to happen? My wife is not recognized. My wife is not respected. What is the point of me living in that family? Nobody respects her. Finally, he has to make a move. And these moves are detrimental to the society. We will explain, inshallah, regarding nuclear families and extended families. We'll put some light onto it and see what is a nuclear family, what is an extended family. But once he goes out and he breaks the relationship, he cuts off totally, we have forced him to do qat raham. It is us. He did not want it to, but we have forced him. Why? Because majority of the times we do not rank our daughter-in-laws so high, we rank our daughters so high. Our daughters are something, we even consider our daughters to be correct and allow her to interfere even in our family matters. When it comes to our daughters-in-law, she's no longer my daughter. She's somebody else's wife. Baba, that is what we should think when it is our daughters. They are not our daughters. Once they are married, they are the daughter-in-laws, or they are the daughters of somebody else's house. They are no longer members of my family. They are now guests in my family. Whenever they come, they are treated as guests and returned back to their husbands. Not that they come to my home and they start making decisions or they start influencing our decisions. And those decisions are always dangerous, are always detrimental, because they break the marriages and families of our own children. Sallu ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. One best formula we share with each other, even with myself. If you want and I want our sons to respect us forever, our sons, because let's be a little bit selfish here, okay? Whatever the niyyah is, but it's all for good. If we want our sons to respect us forever, let us love and respect his wife. Bas. The more we respect his wife, the more the son will respect us. Because the son will have a status in that family. He will have pride in that family. I have married this woman, or I've married this girl, she is special. Now because she is special, even I am special. He feels that kind of respect in that family. So if we respect our daughters-in-law, we have already encouraged our sons to ensure that he doesn't cut us off. We make sure that he is attached to us and united with us forever. They could be living separate from us. There's no problem. How many times we've seen marriages breaking? We could be in Mombasa and our children married in UK, our children married in America, our children married in Canada. We still influence their marriages. We sitting here can either make or break their marriages. It doesn't mean that we are far, no. Today the world is global. The world is a global village. We are all connected through internet. We are all connected through social media. We are all connected through WhatsApps. We are all connected to Skypes. They are very close. We can talk to them 10 times a day without paying a dime, without paying a penny. They can be influenced by us. So it is us who should first be concerned of our daughters-in-law more than our own sons, in order for them to be happy, for us to have a son attached to us, and the sila raham and that compassionate family remains alive. Sallu ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. This separate families is not new. It is there in Islam. So let's not confuse here. Mulay Muttaqiyan Ali ibn Abi Talib salawatullahi wa salamu alayhi. He used to do his iftar in various houses. One night Imam Hassan alayhi salam, one night Imam Hussein alayhi salam, one night at Abdullah bin Ja'far's house, husband of Janab Zainab alayhi salam, one night with Kulthum alayhi salam, which we hear in Ghambayan all the way. All the year, on 19th night, the mention of Janab Kulthum is a must. That is where we hear that the last iftar Imam had was Janab Kulthum's house. So Imam used to have his meals or his iftar in different places. What does it show? It shows they were all living separately, fine. But the communication, the contact was there. That sila raham was there. That sila raham did not die. They were united. If anybody is hurt, the other one is hurt. And Imam Ali alayhi salam ensured, as a father, as an elder of the family, he keeps the family united. That is why when he was given wasiyah, we normally hear Imam Hassan there, Imam Hussein there, Bibi Zainab there, Kulthum there, Janabi Abbas there, Banin there. All of them were there. He did not discriminate. He made sure they are all united, despite them saying separately, they were under one roof of the family of Ahlul Bayt alayhimus salam. Sallu ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. Now, one quick clarification here. We heard this nuclear family and we heard extended family. What's the difference? Extended family is when we have our parents, we have our wives, we have our children, we have our siblings, we have our uncles, we have our nephews, we have our nieces. We all stay under one roof. This is not advisable, because some of us will become lazy. Some of us will shift the burden on the other, probably in terms of earning livelihood or probably in terms of looking after the family. Some of us will shift the burden. It will be very difficult for people to grow in such families. It is not advisable. Then there is the nuclear family. The nuclear family is the husband, the wife, and the children. Now, where do the parents go? So let's come back to Islam and ask Imam Ja'far al-Sadiq salawatullahi wa salamu alayhi. Imam says, now he gives a hadith for us to understand deeply on how to spend our income. Imam says, the ways of spending one's wealth are 24 in all. I'm not going to mention all. 24. We have 24 different responsibilities on the money that we earn. Out of these 24, Imam says 5 are obligatory. Punch. 5 are obligatory. Now, which are these 5? 1, you should spend your money 1 share on your father. 2, on your mother. 3, on your wife. 4, on the maintenance of your children. And 5, on the house help. 5, compulsory. You cannot deprive any member that we've just mentioned, these 5 members. When we ponder deep on this, we see Imam saying further away or further down in his hadith, he says the expenses are so obligatory upon him, even if he's financially constrained or he's an affluent rich person, he still has to spend these 5 portions of his income on these family members. And the house help becomes a family member because he or she has to be looked after. Now this hadith gives us a guiding principle as to how a family should be formed. It is neither an extended family, nor it is a nuclear family. The family that Islam propagates is the family where we have the husband, the wife, the children, the parents, and of course, the house help. Sallu ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. Talking about parents, we have a tendency to budget our expenses and say, Baba, I have to look after my family. I have my wife, I have my children, there's so many things, the fees, the medical, the rent, the food, and then I have my parents to look after, and then I have to give my parents. I have to accommodate them. This is wrong thinking. Imam has given us the guidance. Obligatory, these 5 obligatory. What in fact we should do is we should first accommodate the parents. What is the balance is now we should look after our children and our family. Not that we first look after our children, our family members. Now whatever is remaining, from there we give our parents stipends. We are doing total injustice. The Holy Quran enumerates their rights. The Hadith enumerates their rights. We tend to forget what they used to do for us because now we see them old, we see them helpless, we see them feeble, we see them fully dependent. Now there is nothing that is coming from them. They are now a burden on the society, no, on that family, on me, they have become a burden. Now for me, I have to look after these parents. I'm getting nothing. Dar mene ola kana pampers ne a kapra ne naura ne kamwa ne 40-50 jashin kari jai. Man, it's too much. We find that a burden. Our children squandering money is not a burden. The fees of our children is not a burden. We send them to the most expensive schools is not a burden. They have got their sports facilities, we give them money, they've got their entertainment, entertainment, we'll go out for meals. That is not a burden. That parent who is now helpless is a burden for us. Where Islam has told us a compassionate family is a family with the parents, the children, and the grandchildren. That is a compassionate family. Why? Why can't we handle them or why can't we look after them? Because we get zero benefit from them. Now they're too old. That is where many of us fail because many a times we wish inside ourselves, I wish, bas thai gaya. I wish I'm out of this burden. Some of us, astaghfirullah, astaghfirullah, may God forgive us. Some of us even pray, kyare humne chutkaro mal se. When will this come to an end? It is very serious because you know what is happening? We're forgetting that the Holy Quran says, Okay, you do good to your parents. إِمَّا يَبْلُغَنَّ عِنْدَكَ الْكِبَرَ أَوْ أَحَدُهُمَا أَوْ كِلَاهُمَا فَلَا تَقُلْ لَهُمَا أُفٍّ. You know, the Quran specifies. It doesn't say, just look after your parents. No, it says, Jare ola ka buddha thai. When they are helpless, when they start bickering, when they start telling you things that your heart does not accept, when they start, having those words of condemnation all the time, words of taunting, tamne sambravile, because that is the age. Have pet duktu hoy kute mathu, mathu duktu hoy kute kamar. They are suffering all the time. They've got pains all the time. Their arms, their hands, the legs, they're not moving. They feel frustrated on this earth. And they come and tell you one or two sentences. The Holy Quran says, I'm giving you a formula. Nah, don't say off. Wallah, they are wrong, totally. Okay, wrong, 100%. You are 100% right. Even then, you can't say off. Khali off mane. I can't say, Jepan ke, Jepan kare, karwa dio. For me, that's religion. And that's a compassionate family. And then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala does not stop here. Now He tells us exactly how you should react. Not only not saying off. Now in the next ayah number 24, Surah Bani Israel, He says, وَخْفِضْ لَهُمَا جَنَاحَ الذُّلِّ مِنَ الرَّحْمَةِ. Allahu Akbar. Now lower your wing of humility and submission. Not only off. Have tame just get down, get to their feet. You become their slaves. Even if they were wrong, let them do what they want to do. You will remain the slaves in the eyes of Allah until Malakul Maut comes, until the day of judgment. When we stand up on the day of judgment, we will still remain the slaves of our parents. وَاغْفِرْ لَهُمَا جَنَاحَ الذُّلِّ وَقُلْ رَبِّ ارْحَمْهُمَا كَمَا رَبَّيَانِي صَغِيرًا. Ya Allah, forgive their sins. Yes, they may have done something wrong, but they have brought us up. Now, we disrespect them. Do you know what happens? When we disrespect them, our children look at this. Because we are living together, ne? They look at this. So what happens? Our children will not only disrespect us, they will also stop being obedient to us. They will reject us big time. Now when they reject us, they reject us probably 10 times, 100 times. I keep saying this. One evil deed, especially now if it is on the parents. Now Allah's wrath is coming down on us. It is not us alone. Now we are not fighting the parents. Now we are fighting the angels of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We are fighting the dwellers of the heaven. We are all together fighting Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in His majesty, because Allah has told us, you touch your parents, I will finish you. Sallu ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. That is why in society you will see, many a times we keep our parents. But deep inside, the main reason for the parents living with the children are two. I'm not saying all of them. So many times these two reasons are there. One, either the children keep their parents so that the society does not castigate these children. So we have to keep our parents. Two, or the parents live reluctantly with these children so that the reputation of their children is not tarnished. Sukaru. Bewa khana mahila jasu, musafir khana mahila jasu. Sukar se mara bachcha hone walo ka. The society will reject them. So the parents are concerned of the children. Despite you and I have rejected them, they are still concerned of our reputation. Look at this. Despite us doing so much to them, they're still concerned of our reputation. These are called parents. That is why in the Quran Allah says, فَلَا تَقُلْ لَهُمَا أُفٍّ. Off. Just that off. No. We have to have that smiling face. Do you know, there are 3 cases where Islam does not allow difference between a mu'min and a kafir. 3 things. Or a 3 situations. 3 circumstances where a mu'min and a kafir are not separated in the eyes of Islam. They are considered equal. Mu'min and kafir are considered equal according to hadith of our 5th Imam and hadith of our 8th Imam. These 3 situations, mu'min and kafir are same. 1, when the trust is to be returned. The trust, that amana that was given to me, I have to return it intact. Whether it is of a kafir or a mu'min, there is no difference. 2, when a promise is made, I have to fulfill that promise, even if I have done it with a kafir. I must fulfill that promise, whether it's a kafir or a mu'min. And 3, when it comes to the benevolence to parents, no choice. Even if he's a kafir, even if it's Allah, even if he shouts and screams and humiliates and condemns your Lord, let him do what he wants to do. But the Quran says, deal with him kindly. Deal with him kindly. Speak good words to them. Whatever he wants to do, let him do. You and I will remain their slaves even if they are kafirs. Sallu ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. A small incident during the time of the Holy Prophet. One person rejected, or rather threw his parents and went on with his money, continued with his life. He made a lot of money. Punishment came. The wrath of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala comes on him. And he falls sick, he becomes destitute until he loses his life. The Prophet calls the Sahaba and says, look at this. And then he tells them, he warns them, Baba, take heed from his example. Because look at him, his wealth turned into poverty where he was. He refused to look after his parents. 2, his health turns into sickness. He rejected his parents. He is gone. 3, his long life turned to short life. And 4, not only this, the fire of hell is waiting for him in the hereafter. So he has lost this world and the hereafter just by rejecting his parents. And this is not just, that is everything in Islam. Sallu ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. Finally, a very important message to us parents and grandparents. 2 things. I will conclude my speech or my talk with 2 things. Very, very important advice to myself and to my brothers. We as parents, tonight and all the nights, we should look into the causes of high divorce that is bedeviling our communities and our society. That is very important that we look into this cause. Why our children are going towards divorces so much. When I mention about this marriage and I mention about divorce, somebody came to me, wherever it is. Divorces, papers are being forwarded, chop after honeymoon. It is so serious. 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, they can't live with each other. They've already gained that aversion, built up that enmity with each other. That is the stage it has reached. What is so wrong? 2 things I will point out. 1, we as parents interfere in their lives and try to solve their problems. So many times, we make it worse. Why? Because we are biased. We side our sons or we side our daughters. The actual problem is there because we side the son, we side the daughters, the problem remains or the problem gets worse. We do not make a fair judgment and we do not help them on the fair path. Why do we interfere? Why can't we guide them to solve their problems? When are they going to be matured? When will they grow? It is only through problems that we have become wiser. It is only through problems that we have become better and good human beings on this earth. When we don't face problems, we don't become better. Let our children solve their problems. They learn to solve their differences. We just need to guide them. We do not interfere into their lives. This is number 1. Number 2, we put all our emphasis on secular education. On education that is going to give us a fat check. On education that's going to give us a good house. On education that's going to give us good medical, good way of living, good standard of living. This is what we do most of the times. And we do away with the religious education. Now what happens in this? The sons, we know what happens. Let us look at the daughters. What happens is we have taught our daughters how to be independent and self-sufficient from the start. So we have changed her mindset. We have put in her mindset, ke jo, tane degree mal se, jo kain pantha hai tara pas paiso se. So you are on your own, there is no problem. We are trying to train, we are trying to set her mind in that direction. What we have done is, we have actually invested millions of our shillings in teaching our daughters how to survive a broken marriage, not to teach her how to ensure that your marriage survives. This is the difference. We have taught them secular education at the expense of the religious education. And the Holy Prophet gives us the hadith. 3 important things you have to give your children. One is the good name. One is teach them discipline, way of life, how to interact, teach them religion. And 3, teach them Quran. Quran is the total religion, so that their faith remains, their aqaid remains, their life remains. The deen is not lost. When they have these 3 things, then you can put them anywhere. You can put them in the desert. You can put them in the worst of places where besharmi, hayai, whatever, shamelessness is abundant. They will never go astray. They will remain on the path of Ahlul Bayt alayhimus salam. Sallu ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. આખિરમાં આપણે કરબલા જાય અને જોઈ કે એવા બચ્ચાઓ પણ હતા જેની પરવરિશ મા બાપ પ્રેમથી એવી રીતના કર્યા કે એ બચ્ચા મૌલા હુસૈનને અને ઇસ્લામને કેવી રીતના કામ આવ્યા. આજે એકનું બયાન કરવા દો. હઝરત અલી અકબર અલૈહિસ્સલામ જે હદીસમાં મળે છે, તારીખમાં મળે છે, શબીહે પયંબર હતા, સીરતે પયંબર હતા. યાને કે દેખાવમાં રસૂલે ખુદા અને અખલાક પણ રસૂલે ખુદા. હવે તમે એ વિચાર કરી લ્યો કે બુઝુર્ગ બાપ, જવાન બેટો 18 વર્ષનો, રસૂલની સુરત, રસૂલની સીરત, ઇમામને જ્યારે પણ શોખ હોય રસૂલે ખુદાને જોવાનો, યાદ કરતા હોય તો અલી અકબરને સામે બોલાવે, બેટા મારી સામે આવો બાબા, કેમ તમે મને તમારી સામે બોલાવો છો બેટા, મને આજે છે ને રસૂલે ખુદા મારા નાના બહુ યાદ આવે છે. આજે એ છોકરાને તમે વિચાર કરો, એ બાપની કઈ હાલત હશે કે એની સામે એ જવાન, કરિયલ જવાન હવે કરબલાના મેદાનમાં જાય છે, જ્યાં બાપને ખબર છે જે પણ ગયો પાછો નથી આવ્યો. ઇમામ રજા દઈ દે છે, ઇજાઝત દઈ દે છે, જનાબે અલી અકબર મેદાન તરફ જાય છે. જેવા આગળ વધે છે તો એને પછવાડેથી અવાજ આવે છે, કોઈની આ જનાબે મારા બુઝુર્ગ બાબા ألا لعنة الله على القوم الظالمين وسيعلم الذين ظلموا أي منقلب ينقلبون. إنا لله وإنا إليه راجعون. سورة المباركة الفاتحة.